Hello students, today we shall learn about unitary method. Consider the following situations. Two friends, Rakhi and Shweta, went to market to purchase notebooks. Rakhi purchased 2 notebooks for rupees 36. What is the price of one notebook? A scooter requires 2 liters of petrol to cover 90 km. How many liters of petrol is required to cover 1 km? These are examples of the kind of situation that we face in our daily life. How would we solve this? For example, the cost of 3 similar books is rupees 90. What will be the cost of 5 such books? To find the cost of 5 books, first we need to know the cost of one book. The cost of one book equals to rupees 90 divided by 3, which is equals to rupees 30. Thus the price of a number of article is given the price of an article, unit rate will be less and can be found by dividing the total price by the number of articles. So cost of 5 books is equals to number of books multiplied by cost of one book, which is equals to 5 into rupees 30 equals to rupees 150. Thus the price of an article is given. The price of more than one article will be more and can be found by multiplying the price of one article by the number of articles. The method in which first we find the value of one unit and then the value of the required number of units is called the unitary method. The word unitary is derived from the word unit. The simple rules used in this method are: to get more, we multiply; to get less, we divide. A man earns rupees 100 per day. If he earns the same amount every day, complete the following table. What do you notice? As the number of days increase, the earning also increases in the same ratio. Thus, 1 is 200 as 2 is to 200 and 2 is to 200 as 3 is to 300, etc. Also, earning will decrease in the same proportion if the number of days decrease. Such a proportion is called direct proportion or direct variation. A direct proportion is indicated when two quantities are so related that an increase in one causes a corresponding increase in the other, or a decrease in one causes a corresponding decrease in the other. The two quantities increase or decrease in the same ratio. Examples of direct variation are: the cost of articles varies directly as the number of articles. The more the number of articles, more the cost. The less the number of articles, the less the cost. Second example, the speed varies directly as the distance covered provided the time remains the same. Third one is, work done varies directly as the number of men employed. Let's take one example. 12 bags of wheat weigh is 90 kg. How much will 20 bags weigh? For finding the weight of 20 bags, we will use unitary method. So 12 bags of wheat weigh is 90 kg. So first we will find the weight of one bag. So weight of one bag is equals to 90 multiplied by 1 by 12 kg. So means less number of bags weigh less. Now 20 bags of wheat weigh is 90 divided by 12 multiplied by 20, which is equals to 150 kg. So more number of bags weigh more. Hence the weight of 20 bags is 150 kg. If 15 oranges cost is rupees 70, what is the cost of 39 oranges? The cost of 15 oranges is equals to rupees 70. So cost of 1 orange is equals to rupees 70 divided by 15, means less oranges, less cost. So cost of 39 oranges is equals to rupees 70 divided by 15 multiplied by 39, which is equals to rupees 182, means more oranges, more cost. So the cost of 39 oranges is rupees 182. Let's take another example. If the cost of a dozen soaps is 153 rupees 60 paisa, what will be the cost of 15 such soaps? So we know that 1 dozen is equals to 12. So first we will find the cost of 1 soap. Since cost of 12 soaps is 153 rupees 60 paisa, therefore cost of 1 soap is equals to 153 rupees 60 paisa divided by 12, which is equals to 12 rupees 80 paisa. So cost of 1 soap is 12 rupees 80 paisa. Now we can find the cost of 15 soaps. So cost of 15 soaps is equals to 12 rupees 80 paisa multiplied by 15, which is equals to rupees 192. So thus cost of 15 soaps is rupees 192. Next example. In an army camp, there were provisions for 425 men for 30 days. However, 375 men attended the camp. How long did the provisions last? So again, for solving these type of questions, we will use unitary method. So clearly less men will take more days to consume the same food, and more men will take less days to consume the same food. So 425 men have provisions for 30 days, which is already given in the question. So one man has provisions for 425 multiplied by 30 days, means less men, more days. And 375 men have provisions for 425 multiplied by 30 divided by 375 days, more men, less days, which is equals to 34 days. So hence 375 men have provisions for 34 days. Next example. Find the ratio of the price of coffee to that of tea when coffee cost is rupees 24 per 100 gram and tea cost is rupees 180 per kilogram. So how we will find the ratio of price of coffee to that of tea? For comparing the price of coffee with that of tea, we have to find the cost of same quantity of each of them, say 1 kg. So cost of 100 gram of coffee is equals to rupees 24. So cost of 1 gram of coffee is equals to rupees 24 divided by 100. Now we will find the cost of 1000 gram of coffee. So cost of 1000 gram of coffee is equals to rupees 24 divided by 100 multiplied by 1000, which is equals to 240 rupees. So now cost of 1 kg of coffee is equals to rupees 240. Also cost of 1 kg of tea is equals to rupees 180, which is already given in the question. Now, ratio of cost of 1 kg of coffee to cost of 1 kg tea is equals to rupees 240 is to rupees 180, which is equals to 240 divided by 180, and its simplest form is 4 is to 3. So hence the ratio of price of coffee to that of tea is equals to 4 is to 3.